Alrighty, folks. Zach Werenski and Don Waddell make a statement yesterday, basically stating he's going to be here for another year. Now, there's a lot of feelings, a lot of hurt feelings on a few sides of some NHL fan bases right now. Obviously, a little bit of the Blue Jackets, but a lot of Tampa Bay Lightning and Toronto Maple Leafs fans who thought they were going to land Zach Werenski. Obviously, a little hurt at the moment. I've seen a lot of people saying they don't believe Zach. Here's the thing. I think we're somewhere in the middle here. I think we're somewhere in the middle of Zach was about to get traded to the Maple Leafs or the Lightning, and Zach wants to be here forever. I think when you boil it down, Zach Werenski would prefer to win in Columbus. But I think overall, what matters to him most is he wants to win. And that's fair. That's the whole point of why you play this game. You want to win the Stanley Cup. Extremely fair. Here's the thing, though. Zach Werenski, the whole thing of Zach Werenski not knowing if he wants to sign an extension, I think was a lot of coverage for maybe a story that wasn't much of one. Because when it comes down to it, even if Zach Werenski wanted to sign with the Blue Jackets more than anybody else in the world, he still would not be able to for another year. You know what I'm saying? And again, when you come down to it, all that was ever really reported when it came to the contract stuff was he just doesn't know if he wants to re-sign in Columbus. I mean, yeah, he's been here for 11 years and hadn't won anything yet. Why would he commit to Columbus? He would like to see some winning first. I feel like that was always pretty reasonable. And then it got crazy. And here's the thing. The reporting, I don't think, was inaccurate. I think he was unsure. And I think Don Waddell and Zach Werenski agreed that if something fit both of them, that they could do it. And then I think they went to Zach and they were like, listen, we got a trade for you. And it apparently pissed him right off because, and this is where I get a little confused at where Tampa and Toronto come in here, because when Werenski denied this trade, his camp said he'd be unwilling to accept a trade anywhere. So I don't really know where the Maple Leafs in Tampa fit into that situation, because that was reported that Werenski would not accept a trade anywhere for the time being. And then all of a sudden, I was just hearing he's going to Toronto or Tampa, which that didn't really add up to me at least. And then a couple hours later, those statements come out. Zach saying he wants to win here, which again, I do believe. I think if he wants to win, I think he wants to win over everything else, but I think he would prefer to win in Columbus. And it seemed to have pissed him off that the Jackets honestly had a trade done. I think, here's the thing, I like that. I like that he didn't want to get traded, don't get me wrong. But I do think now it is a bit of a ticking clock here. The Jackets have to start winning. The Jackets have to win this season if they want extension talks with Zach Werenski. All right. The whole point, I've seen a couple of people, it's a lot of fans that thought they were going to get Werenski, and I'm not here to shit on anybody. I'd be pissed off too if I thought I was getting the Norris winner hours before he said, nah, I'm staying where I'm at. I've seen some people who have been like, well, this is just a PR play. Not really, because it's been open that he was traded and he's the one that vetoed it, and then he's the one that said he wouldn't accept the trade to anywhere. So I don't think it's really a Blue Jackets PR play, because the PR play would have been he won't accept the trade to go anywhere else other than Columbus. That was a great PR play. If there was any PR play, it was the Norris winner saying you can't trade me. That was the PR play. But so I don't really think it was that much of a PR play. I think maybe the statement was that they made Zach do, maybe. But I don't know. It was a weird PR play if it was a PR play. I've seen well, Don just needs to sell tickets, so he's not going to trade Zach. That's the dumbest one I've seen, because they had a trade done with the Stars, and Zach Werenski is the one that vetoed it. So I don't think it's ticket sales, considering they had the trade finished. That's the dumbest one by a mile. Because first of all, again, they had the trade done with the Stars, and Zach Werenski vetoed it. And secondly, a couple years ago, by the way, Zach Werenski wasn't even playing because he was hurt. A couple years ago, the Jackets were, I think, second last, and the Ducks were third last in the NHL, and Nationwide's capacity was 101% for that game. It's definitely not about ticket sales. The Nationwide, unfortunately, quite honestly, is packed no matter what, and I wish it wasn't, because why are we packing the building for teams that suck? Whatever. I'm a part of that problem. I'll admit it. But I don't know. I think the whole ticket sales play was, quite frankly, fucking stupid. I don't know. I've been very calm and collected for the most part when recording these. But there was some borderline ape brain shit being said. And I was like, oh my God, just stay calm, just stay calm, just stay calm. I don't know. I think it got blown a little out of proportion. I think Werenski saw that it was getting blown out of proportion. I think Don Waddell, after trying to trade him, saw that, might have taken it a little too far. And they came out and said, hey, he vetoed this trade. He's going to veto a trade to anywhere for the time being. Might as well say you're staying. And I think he is. I think he's staying for at least this year, and they reevaluate next year to see where the Jackets are. Don Waddell just had a press conference. He was right. He said winning solves everything. He's right. If the Jackets would go on and win and make the playoffs and go on a little bit of a run next year, Werenski's probably staying. And honestly, same thing with Marchenko. Don Waddell had, like I said, he had the press conference. He said it. Marchenko's going to be Blue Jacket this season. He's talked with Marchenko's agent. I don't know if Marchenko's opening to re-signing necessarily, but it does seem like they may have smoothed a couple things over with Marchenko for now. So it looks like Marchenko's going to be a Blue Jacket this year as well. So the team lost Marchment and Ben Jenner. They got Ryan Lomberg, Valerie Nichushkin, Phoenix Copley yesterday. Or I guess Lomberg and Copley yesterday. And Valerie Nichushkin right before the draft. As it stands, this team is the exact same. I think you're looking now for the steps to be taken forward from your third overall pick, whose career high is 59 points. And I've been saying it, I've been drumming it. He will never score 59 points in his career ever again. He will be a perennial point-a-game player, probably more, from this point on. I think you can pencil him in for 75 points this year, and I think from here on out, 85 to 90 points is what you should expect from Adam Fantilli. But we're not here for that. Zach Werenski staying a Blue Jacket for now. I'll get a couple of free agency updates here in a little bit. It seems as though Eric Goodbranson is resigning, which, whatever, I guess. I don't know. I don't think Don's done. I think he's got more in there. I just think a lot of yesterday was taken up by trying to fix this whole Zach Werenski situation, and he was able to do it. Again, I've been in support of this leadership group for a while now. I think Don Waddell is a very good general manager, and again, he's pulled this team out of picking 4th overall 2 years ago to 14th with, again, their franchise player passing away. I've got nothing but respect for the guy. He's honestly impressed me with how quickly he's been able to turn this around. When your franchise player dies, I would expect it to set you back like 4 or 5 years, and they've been pushing forward at a very solid pace. I have no problem with this general manager and the leadership group at the top right now. That could change at any point, but as for now, thumbs up. Good job, guys.